If you've taken a big leap recently, and whether that's quitting your job or ending a relationship or moving to a new city or just changing your life in any major way, you might find yourself wondering, why do I feel more lost than liberated? You're not alone. I just made my own leap. I traded my spacious solo apartment for living out of a suitcase in a shared space with two new roommates, AKA my parents. And here's the thing that no one really tells you: the leap might feel bold and exciting, but what comes after? That part is usually messy and awkward and unclear. You don't land in the dream, you land in the gap between what was and what's next. So if you're in that gap too, not quite where you were and not quite where you're heading yet, this video is for you. In this video, I'm sharing 3 ways you can stay focused on the bigger picture when everything around you feels uncertain and uncomfortable. Plus, a bonus tip that might help you reconnect with your confidence and remember why you made your leap in the first place. So stick around till the end because it might be the thing you didn't know you needed. Let's begin with a reframe that might change how you're seeing this moment in your life. When life feels uncertain, our brains love to label it stuck or lost or failing or off track. But what if this phase isn't a problem to solve? What if it isn't a backslide, but instead it's a bridge? Now, a bridge doesn't look like a destination. It's not glamorous, and you definitely don't unpack your bags on it, but it gets you somewhere. It moves you forward, even if it doesn't feel like it. And that's what this phase is: transitional, not wasted. You didn't undo your progress, you just stepped into the unknown. And that's not a backslide, that's bravery. One thing that's really helped me is literally giving this phase a job. Not figure everything out, but prepare or shed, soften, and listen. I'm currently staying at my parents' house, which is not exactly the bold reinvention I pictured. But when I call it a launch pad, not a setback, something shifts. I stop fighting where I am and I just start working with it. So here's a question you can try: what is this phase here to help me build? You might be surprised how different it feels when this season has a purpose, even if the outcome is still blurry. Next, create tiny anchors that travel with you. When everything around you changes, your space and your routine and your sense of identity, it is so easy to feel like you disappeared with it. And that's why I've started focusing on just a few non negotiables, small daily anchors that remind me who I am and where I'm headed, even when the rest of life feels up in the air. So the day after I moved into my parents' house, I joined a gym. I'm currently training for the Camino de Santiago, and going to the gym helps me remember I haven't hit pause on my plan, just changed locations. I also keep up with my daily meditation practice, even in a house that is far from silent. It gives me a sliver of consistency and something that still feels like mine, no matter where I wake up. You don't need a 5 step morning routine, you just need one or two things that tether you to yourself, especially when nothing else feels familiar. Ask yourself, what is one simple anchor I can keep even in the chaos? It might not change your circumstances, but it can help you feel more like you while you're figuring the rest out. Another way to stay connected to the bigger picture is to look for proof that you're already changing. So when you're in the in between, it is so easy to feel like nothing's happening, like you're just floating. You're waiting for the job or the breakthrough or the next clear step. Here's the real shift that helped me the most. Instead of obsessing over what I haven't done yet, I've started looking for proof of who I'm becoming. Lately, I've been asking myself, what if the change I was looking for is already happening? I'm just not giving myself credit for it. Maybe you're becoming braver or more present or more willing to sit with the discomfort instead of running from it. Growth doesn't always look like some bold reinvention. Sometimes it looks like choosing to stay with yourself even when things are uncertain. Sometimes it's a boundary, sometimes it's saying yes, and other times it's saying no. And these small choices, the quiet, intentional ones, that's your proof. And they're all shaping the next version of you. Now, I promised a bonus tip, and this one has been a big one for me. A few months ago, I wrote a letter to myself back when everything still felt clear and exciting. I stuck it in my journal and totally forgot about it. But the other day, while I was unpacking a few things, it fell out right when I needed it the most. It was full of inspiration and reminders of my why. And honestly, it snapped me out of a funk that I didn't even realize I was in. Now, I am a huge fan of this practice. These letters have pulled me out of doubt more than once. They help me remember why I made a choice, especially when I'm sitting in the part that makes me want to undo it. If you want help getting started, I made a video about this that I'll link above. But honestly, you can start with just one line. Here's why I made this decision. Your answer becomes something that you can return to when the bigger picture still feels out of reach. This part of your journey might not look like much from the outside. It might feel quiet or slow or like you took a wrong turn. But if you zoom out, this is the part where everything is shifting. The discomfort and the doubt and the small daily choices, it's all shaping the version of you that's on the way. So if you're in the in between, keep going. You are not behind, you're becoming. And if this video helped you feel a little less lost, it would mean a lot to me if you gave it a like or subscribed. I've got more videos coming soon for anyone in a season of transition or just trying to build a life that feels more like you. Thanks so much for watching.